Hey everyone, Lone Ninja here. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Coming at you today with how do you know if you got a good mortgage or not? Well, first things first, is your payment affordable? A lot of people don't really think about this, especially in the home buying process. They get very excited about the prospects of owning a home, going out there, you get your pre-approval. Generally it's set at whatever your max is, and you're going out there and you're going with your realtor and you're finding homes. Well, depending upon what home it is, the circumstances and the economics of it, the financials are going to change. Okay, so the most important thing is, one, is the home affordable? And then two, are you going to be comfortable there? So the very first thing, since the mortgage is part of your payment, is the payment affordable? Now, not just what your max is, not what you could try to make happen, unless you're trying to get out of a bad situation and you have to do this. But you got to remember, you got to make this payment every month. You're going to now be responsible. So the payment's got to be something that can fit easily into your budget. That's the number one thing. If you're starting to scale out of that, you may encounter problems. Now, don't get me wrong here. You're gonna have to work in life. I have nothing wrong with people striving. That's the only way you get anywhere in life. You're just gonna have to be willing to take on the full responsibility of it. And the first thing that is gonna, wreck your day, ruin your relationship, especially inside of that house, is if you cannot afford that payment. So number one, is the payment affordable? The second thing is, does your rate match your qualification? Now, look, we've all been at the cooler, at a picnic, at a barbecue, and somebody says their guy got them this rate, and this person says, oh, that's impossible, my guy said this, and then. Bottom line look, people have to look at what is actually going on, seeing what your circumstances, what your qualifying is. Nobody usually is going to tell them, hey, look, I got a terrible rate because I have terrible credit, and my debt to income ratios are off, and I was lucky to even get this loan. They really didn't even want to give it to me, but I was just happy to take it because I really wanted to get in the home, and I realized that I made some mistakes in my financial past. You ain't gonna hear that. Okay, so you're probably going to hear a lot of, like I call, water cooler talk, that people are kind of inflating or exaggerating a little bit about what they are. The bottom line is, the only way you're going to know if you have a good mortgage for yourself is if, again, if it's affordable, and number two, now, does your rate match your qualification? Even when you're looking online, you have to look under what is called the assumables, which is kind of like that legal jargon that's at the bottom of every commercial on TV. Okay, this is their lender's online version of that. You got to click that and see, do you meet those circumstances? Otherwise, that rate on there is not going to be the rate for you. It's what we call an advertised rate. All right, so that's also important. Number two, is your rate fixed or is it an ARM? Now, I speak a lot to my clients about what mortgages are. Their strategy, right? Their strategy to achieve a goal that hopefully is going to increase your personal wealth, right? So it's not bad necessarily that you have a rate, ARM or a fixed. It really just depends upon your circumstance. And if you're looking to stay at a place for an elongated period of time, fixed is the way to go. Okay, you can always, most time you can always refinance into a lower mortgage rate if all of a sudden rates went off a cliff one day. Okay, but that's the safest way to do it. If you're going to use an ARM, you just have to make sure that you understand the strategy and what that market is, and who those people should be utilizing that product, that mortgage product. Okay, so a quick example of that is, if you if you have a guy that's in his mid-20s and he's fortunate enough to buy in Hoboken, New Jersey, which is more of like a singles, I mean, it's changed a little bit, but more of like before it was like a singles town. The guy's gonna be out of bars, gonna meet a girl, they're gonna get married, they're gonna move to the suburbs. I'm probably gonna put them in a 7-year ARM. That's what their trajectory is gonna be, and they're not gonna get hurt by the readjustment later. Okay, so if you have an adjustable ARM, that's what they are, is an adjustable rate mortgage, means that it's going to adjust after a certain amount of time. Now, if it adjusts in your favor, obviously that's better than a fixed in most circumstances. But if it's not, most of them are going to change to the higher, then you're paying more. You're going to want to make sure that you understand what those payments are, the trajectory of them, and where you're going to be, so that you see if that's a good strategy for you. All right. Last one, are the closing costs affordable? Can you afford this loan? Like if you need a bunch of, public down payment assistance or grants or stuff like this, you got to think about that because you're not saving as much. And again, you're going to be responsible for this loan. Things are going to go up. Your taxes are going to go up. Your insurance is going to go up. Hopefully you have, if you're going to be there for a long time, have a fixed rate so you don't have to worry about that going up. But those two, which are part of your mortgage payment, your property taxes and your homeowner's insurance, are definitely going to go up over time. So you're going to want to make sure that you are able to save and meet your monthly financial obligations. And if you're not able to save now, it may be a little harder when you get a home because now everything's going to be on you, right? And then you're going to have other things that are going to come with it. Maybe you're going to do, a crazy lawnmower, or you got a snow blower. There's all kinds of things that are going to come up, and that you're going to want when you start owning a home. So make sure you started off right, okay? That you have appropriate closing costs, that you save some money, and that you plan for the other bills around you. All right, this has been a little bit of a long one, but hey, I want to give you a lot of good advice. I hope you're having a great day. Loan Ninja out.